Hi guys, welcome to Flick Finest. War for many means tragedy, which makes it a divisive topic. However, where there is tragedy, great art is born, with movies and shows across the span of cinema history managing to sometimes brutally and often emotionally capture the horrors and realities of war and those affected by it. From the likes of Apocalypse, now to Full Metal Jacket, war has often been the centerpiece of a swirling story of human experience. Today, I'm going to rate the 8 best war shows on Netflix June 2024. We hope that this selection will be useful, and everyone will find something new to watch. So let's not waste any time and begin. Number 8. Band of Brothers. This iconic miniseries follows the 506th Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division, known as Easy Company, as they begin their first days of training in the throes of World War II in 1942. Part of some of the war's most pivotal moments, from D-Day parachuting to the liberation of Carrington, the story follows their journey until the end of the war in 1945. Considered a masterpiece by many, Band of Brothers perfectly captures the horrors of war whilst also producing an intricate character piece. Each of the main ensemble feels truly alive, made even stronger by their incredible bond that makes for an emotionally cathartic viewing experience. In just 10 episodes, the show won 6 primetime Emmys, creating a success rate of over 1 Emmy per every 2 episodes. Number 7. The Pacific. Created by the same team behind Band of Brothers, The Pacific is also set in World War II and follows a troop of young U.S. Marine Corps during a campaign in the Pacific against the Japanese Empire. Just like its older brother, The Pacific perfectly balances a sensitive, character-fueled journey with high-octane, often horrifying action, featuring a mesmerizing set of lead performances. The show also gave a platform to a young Rami Malek some 5 years before he would first be considered a household name. For many, the thought of following up Band of Brothers felt like a fruitless task, but since The Pacific's arrival, there are even some that may suggest it was better. In the eyes of the Emmys, it certainly was, with The Pacific winning a staggering 8 primetime Emmys in just 10 episodes. Number 6. Rebellion. Split into 5 parts, Rebellion tells the tale of the 1916 Easter Rising, an armed insurrection in which the Irish Rebellion took control of the British government in Ireland. Although detailed through the eyes of fictional characters, a choice that neatly removes any responsibility to accurately capture pivotal players in the real event, Rebellion still pays attention to accurate detail, providing a lens through which the uneducated can learn of this important historical event. Television has 2 jobs: to entertain and to inform. This does both, with the action-packed tension perfectly accompanied by an intricate retelling of a lesser-known story. Colin Stevens' clear admiration for the struggle the Irish population went through makes for a refreshing series that doesn't anglicize history in a way that so poorly infiltrates much of British media. Number 5. War Sailor. One of the best Norwegian dramas on Netflix, War Sailor follows the true story of 2 friends, Alfred Garns, Kristoffer Joner, and Sigurd Kalen, Talsverhagen, who are far out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when World War II begins. Sadly, the 2 quickly get swept up in the conflict, becoming unarmed civilians who must fight on the front line of a war their own country declared themselves neutral in. Most war stories set themselves firmly within one side of the conflict, whereas War Sailor refreshingly offers a neutral perspective, one that is easy to forget was the reality for millions of people. The pair's desperate attempts to find safety and ultimately at home is a feeling that, no matter how small or big, can resonate with absolutely every viewer. A gorgeous, thrilling tale, War Sailor is simply a must-see. Number 4. The Liberator. One of the most intriguing tales of World War II, The Liberator follows the famous Thunderbirds, a unit from Oklahoma that journeyed through Nazi-occupied Europe on the quest to fight for freedom. Beginning on July 10, 1943, some 2 years before the war ended, the unit landed in Sicily and trekked for an astonishing 500 days. On its surface, The Liberator is a brilliantly crafted war series told through gorgeous animation that rivals even the best in modern media. It is a winding, action-packed story that also emphasizes the characters at its heart, with those characters truly the star of the show. Underneath the armor of action, The Liberator is a thought-provoking look at how a battle against all odds removes prejudices, with the unit itself an amalgamation of the many races and cultures that represent America. Back home, these people wouldn't be allowed to share the same bar, but on the battlefield, they're one. Number 3. Traitors. This thrilling British series follows Fief Simon's Emma Appleton, a young woman who, in the aftermath of the war ending, wants to train to become a spy overseas. Helped by her American lover, Fief ends up as part of a covert operation spying on her own government with the belief that Russian moles have infiltrated their political ranks. Tense, dramatic, and full of suspense, Traitors manages to combine the atmosphere of a war series with the thrills of a tale of political espionage. Appleton is a perfect leading lady, managing to be both endlessly endearing and frustratingly morally ambiguous, with the true trust-lacking reality of being a spy on full display. Despite some criticizing the show's liberal take on history, this still makes for an enormously fun viewing experience that will keep you hooked from minute one. Number 2. All the Light We Cannot See. Created by the brilliant Stephen Knight, All the Light We Cannot See tells the tale of Marie-Laure Ariamaya Loberty, a blind French teenager whose life in Paris is cruelly interrupted when the Nazis occupy the city. Fleeing for her life, she and her father escaped to St. Malo, with her journey to freedom interwoven with that of an orphaned German soldier. Werner Fennig, Louis Hoffman. Based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Anthony Doerr, All the Light We Cannot See is a beautifully touching portrayal of kindness in the shadow of horror, with the unlikely bond formed between Marie-Laure and Werner full of optimism that humans can have the unending capacity for good. Directed by Sean Levy, each episode flows seamlessly through a terrifying period in history, making sure to stay true to the very personal story at its heart. This is truly one of the most touching tales in modern war series and a wonderful addition to Netflix catalog. Number 1. Women at War. This gorgeous French period piece is set in 1914 and follows 4 totally different women, with each about to impact the lives of the other unexpectedly against the backdrop of a terrifying war. The best of Women at War is, well, it's women with Audrey Fleurot as Marguerite, Julie de Bonnet as Mother Superior Agnes, Sophia Essaidi as Caroline, and Camille Lou as Suzanne, each putting in captivating performances. Thanks to a superb set of scripts, each actor manages to bring the entire range of human emotion to even the smallest of scenes, proving that a top script and top performers are enough to keep an audience on the edge of their seats. The show is also a cinematic delight, portraying the First World War refreshingly, not from the bunkers, but the impressive cities that also played such a crucial part. Well, this is it. Share your movie impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more upcoming videos. Bye.